The PlayStation 5 console and PlayStation 5 accessories were provided by Sony Interactive Entertainment. What's good, everybody? I'm Andrea Renee for What's Good Games, and it's time for the PlayStation 5 unboxing. See the box, everybody? It's huge. Did I mention it's heavy? It's really heavy. Let's take it out of the box, shall we? I've got my trusty box opener, otherwise known as a scissor. Very creative, I know. See? I should note that the instructions of the box say that I should lay it down to take it out of the box. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I lied. I made a very feeble attempt at laying it down to take it out of the box. The first thing that came out of the box, of course, quick start guide. Then we have our trusty PlayStation power cable. I do like how they have standardized these throughout the generations, even though there was that one generation of the PlayStation 4 Pros that had the fatty one of these. But looks like they're back to the slim. The DualSense. Ah. So let me hold it up for you guys. This is the DualSense controller. Very sleek. For reference, this is the DualShock 4 side by side. This is my Monster Hunter World DualShock 4 side by side with the DualSense. This is an Xbox One controller. This is the Gears of War controller side by side. And this is the Nintendo Pro controller side by side. So as you can see, very similar in size to the Nintendo Pro controller. Ooh, that nice new button feel. But you guys have seen a bunch of videos of the controller. It's time to get to the good part. The big boy. This is a USB-C cable. What's great about that is that they have finally entered into USB-C. So hopefully it'll hold a charge longer and charge faster. Next thing out of the box. So if you remember from the PS5 breakdown video, this is the special stand that allows you to put it either vertically or on its side. Next, we've got HDMI cable. Not all HDMIs are created equal, so I do really try to use the HDMI that comes with the console whenever I can. Now it's time for the good stuff. Okay, so as you can see, it's very well protected, and PlayStation made a note to tell me that this is very environmentally friendly packaging, and it's clearly recycled material and recyclable material. So good job, Sony. Does anybody else hang on to their old boxes? Is it just me? I usually keep all my console boxes until my husband makes me throw them away. And by throw away, I mean recycle, of course. Don't you just love that new electronic smell? Oh my gosh, am I the only one? Am I a weirdo? Look at that bad boy. Look at how big, look at how big it is. It's massive. Especially standing up, it is giant. Woo! But I will say, when it's standing up like this, it actually looks pretty sleek. You don't necessarily get some of that wavier aesthetic, and I actually really like the design of the PlayStation, but I know some people aren't particularly fond of it. So I guess it's a good thing that if you decide to stand it vertically and facing forward, it just looks a lot cleaner. So this is the back. So as you can see, on the back here, you can see the power cable, the HDMI cable, the Ethernet port, and the two USB 3.0 ports. This is the top, what the top looks like. And then this is the front. Actually, it would probably go like this. So this is the front. as you can see, this bad boy is massive, but very beautiful. So laying down, this is really large. Like the footprint on your media console is going to be pretty big. So don't forget you have to put the special stand on it, but so laying down, I mean, it's big. Let's try to put the base on that holds it on its side, or you can switch to stand vertically. So you might not be able to see, but do you see on the top here? You'll see the symbols. They're kind of hard to see on the camera. And it's really hard for me to hold it up because, again, once you get yours, you'll understand. But this guy is heavy. So you line this up on the squares, and then it just kind of clips in there like that. Then you can see it's on the bottom. Then, boom. It lays nice and sturdy. It does wiggle just a tiny bit, but I mean, this thing's not moving anywhere. It's pretty beefy, pretty heavy. But again, this guy is real big. I'm going to use a DualShock 4 for reference, since most of you have one of these in your house. So you can see this is the size of the DualShock 4. At its widest, it's just taller than the DualShock 4. There's a little button here. Remove the screw hole cap. Well, how the heck am I supposed to do that? This is where you're probably going to scratch your console. So I happen to have a little PC toolkit here. So I'm going to get out my mini screwdriver. And boom, that's the cap. Just came out nice and easy. If you don't use something really thin, like look how small this is, you're probably going to scratch this piece. It is on the bottom of your console, so that probably doesn't matter to you, but just an FYI. Where's the screw? So in the bottom of the base, it says remove a screw. Gonna be honest, guys. First glance, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't see a screw. Oh, you guys, it spins. It spins. I wish the instructions told you that. Oh, wait, they totally do. It says, rotate the top and bottom in the opposite directions. Well, no, listen. Sometimes you don't read the directions all the way. But there's the screw that you need. So I got the screw out of the bottom of the base. So the key here is once you open this and you can get the screw, you can see now that there's a space for this to go. So this is going to go up through the base like this. And ta-da! She's standing up all by herself. So this thing is tall. It's very tall. But it's got a nice form factor. It's clean. It's smooth. As you can see, I got the disc version because I own 4K Blu-rays and I'm very excited to watch them. I know that analog media is dying a slow death, but I'm going to hold on to my discs. But yeah, so this is the PlayStation 5, everybody. So you may be wondering, yo lady, why aren't you turning the PlayStation on? Well, listen. Sony was gracious enough to send us this console, but there is a different embargo date for me to actually turn it on and play with it and give you guys impressions. So keep an eye out for a future video, but for now I want to show you what else it came with. So when I say it came with, I mean what else Sony shipped to me. In addition to the PlayStation 5 disc version that Sony Interactive Entertainment sent over, they also sent over some peripherals. Now, as you guys saw from the unboxing, the only thing that comes with the PlayStation 5 is a single DualSense controller. This is pretty standard. It's the way it's been for the last couple of generations, but they also are selling some accessories if you want to enhance your at-home gaming experience with PlayStation products, you can do so. So the first accessory that I'm going to unbox is the PlayStation HD Camera. So this is the inside of the box. This is the camera. Of course, manual. So this is the new camera. This is actually pretty sleek. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's open through the back. Ooh, you guys ready for the peel? The peel. Ooh, I love a good film peel. Oh, yo, that's cool. Listen, sometimes it's just the little things, right? So there's another piece of plastic here. Let me get that off. I'm gonna be careful not to scratch it, but boy, does this white material have scratches. So on this side, it's a little bit tacky, and it's a little bit tacky on this side too. So there's like a strip here, which is kind of hard, as you guys can see here. There's like a little strip. So it's got a little tacky material, which helps prevent it from sliding, would be my guess. So if you have it standing up in this mode, you could set it like this, right on top there. I would guess that most people aren't going to have their PlayStation with this side out. They're gonna have their PlayStation with this side out, right? So that way you would go like this and turn it. It kind of makes it look like little eyeballs. You guys, it's like a little person. Look at the little eyes. It's so cute. Let's say you're gaming at a computer desk like I am right now, and you want to use this camera on one of your monitors. It will clip very easily over the top of a monitor, which is a really nice feature. Or of course, you know, you can leave it on top and then it looks like your little robot friend. Hello, PS5. Please don't become sentient. A couple of things I wanted to mention about the PlayStation HD camera. One of the cool tools that they're really promoting with this camera is the background removal tool, which is what a lot of streamers use when they're on a green screen. But there's a special tool, kind of like how Zoom has a remove your background feature, built into the technology of this camera, which is pretty cool. The next item that Sony sent is the DualSense Charging Station. I ripped the box. Isn't that the thing? You try to be so careful with the boxes and then you inevitably end up ripping it anyway. Or maybe you don't be careful. Maybe you just tear into your boxes. Hey, it's your box. You do what you want with it. 5.1 volt AC adapter. Power cable. Oh, interesting. So what I like about what Sony has done with this design is they've really made these pieces integrate together stylistically, right? So let's get rid of that. So you've got your console, you've got your matching charging dock, and the DualSense has these little sensors, much like the DualShock 4 does. But the difference you might remember from the DualShock 4 is that it had a much bigger socket that you had to really kind of seat in there, whereas this seems like it's much smaller. Got it in there. Sometimes you just got to wiggle it around a little bit. Oh, so you kind of hear it. Did you guys hear the click? So this is what it looks like inside the dock. It's pretty sleek. And then of course, you know, you fit the second one back there. This is another DualSense controller, but since we already unboxed the one that came with the console, we don't need to unbox this. Well, there I gone and just done and ripped the whole box. Well, it's ripped now. It's ripped now. Now it's totally ripped. I just ripped it. Listen, sometimes rips happen, okay? So now to put two side by side, just like that. This is a pretty sleek little charging dock. You never realize how handy these charging docks are until you start to misplace your cables and then it's not charged. I love having a charging dock because as soon as I'm done playing for the night, when I turn my console off to go to bed, I just set my controller right back on the charging dock and you never have to worry about your controller being out of battery when you start your next gaming session. So this is a nice little handy accessory that they've put out at launch. So now this is the one that I'm actually pretty excited about the most out of all the accessories, the Pulse 3D wireless PlayStation 5 headset. Oh, look at that. It's another manual. More cardboard, and I was gonna throw this, but it feels like something's inside. And yes, there is. So this is the USB dongle, chat cable, and USB-C charging cable. Ooh, very fancy. So these are actually super cool. They've got nice, squishy, leatherette cups. Got another peelable sticker on the top. You guys want to see the sticker? All right, let's try them on. Ooh, they're kind of bouncy. Even with them not plugged in, I can already tell that they're noise canceling. Ooh, okay. Very stretchy, which is good. So that's interesting. So most headphones, you know, like pull up and down. These do not. The only way that you can make them bigger is by just pulling down and up on this little strap here, which is interesting. So far, pretty comfortable. They don't seem overly tight. The cups feel a little stiff compared to some of the softer cups on some of my other headsets, my Astros, my Logitechs, my Cloud Alphas. So these ones are a little on the stiff side, but they're pretty comfortable. I like that they're wireless. You can see here, they've got the jack, so if you want to plug directly into the controller, you can. The USB-C for charging, and then you've got your volume control and power here. There is a mute button, so push for mute. The volume button, the on-off, and then there's a monitor button, which is interesting, so you can choose to monitor your own voice or not, which is a really helpful feature. And then there's a button here that allows you, that says chat and game, so you can push and prioritize chat or prioritize game, which is really nice. If you owned the PlayStation 4 headset, you probably noticed that the material on the cups of the headset started to crumble and crack over time. I'm really hoping that that is something that they've addressed and fixed with the PlayStation 5 headset, but only time is going to tell on that one. So even if I test these bad boys out and they look good and they sound good, we don't know about the longevity of the materials of this headset. We're just going to have to wait and see. All of the accessories that I featured in today's unboxing are going to be available starting October 30th. So you can get prepared for when your PS5 arrives on November 12th, 2020. But you guys may be wondering, where is that media remote? Trust me, I was really looking forward to trying out as well. Sony said that they didn't have them available to ship when everything else was shipping out, but they are looking at shipping me one as soon as they're available. So keep your fingers crossed that I can get one before launch and test it out for you guys. But if not, I have to wait just like everybody else. Look for some more future content once I'm able to actually show you what this bad boy looks like powered on and some of the new games that I can play on it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe to What's Good Games on YouTube at youtube.com/whatsgoodgames. Follow us on Twitter at whatsgood_games and watch us live streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/whatsgoodgames.